Hi, I'm Kimmy, and I live in New York City. My life was pretty good, and I only had one real problem. Actually, two. My classmates, Alex and Lucas. They were from the richest families in the city, and everyone worshipped them. They were the most annoying jerks who thought they could get away with anything. They were always late to classes and never got punished for it. They hogged the food at lunch. They got their crazy followers to take all the good stuff first. The rest of us were stuck with the worst items on the menu every day. I was on the girls' basketball team, and we never got to practice because the boys were always using the court. No one wanted to fight Alex and Lucas, except me. Get off the court, it's our turn! I'm gonna keep yelling until you— Alex threw a basketball at my head. Ugh! I wanted to hit him, but my teammates held me back. They had too much power, and I thought they'd rule us forever. Until the day of the chemistry exam. I went to the school auditorium after the exam to pick up my friend's jacket. That's when I saw a fire on stage. Lucas and Alex were watching it like it was no big deal. Oh my god, fire! Fire! The moment they heard my voice, Lucas flew to the door and shut it behind me, while Alex pressed his hand against my mouth. Be quiet! I licked his hand and he pulled it away. Come on! I raced to the fire to take a closer look, and my jaw dropped. It was our chemistry test, all piled up in a garbage can and burning away. What did you do?
We wanted to do the class a favor, so we burnt the tests. Now we can take them again.
People worked hard on those, you jerks!
Watch your mouth.
You watch your face! I attacked him. I did so well on this test. I hate you. I hate you. Alex started pulling me from behind and Lucas screamed, She's going crazy! Guys, the fire! I looked up and screamed. The flames were getting out of control. We ran out of there just as the fire alarm went off. I watched in shock as the entire auditorium burnt down to bits. The principal was furious. He checked the fire and knew that someone had burned the test on purpose. The person responsible for this better come clean, or I'm giving everyone an F on this test. And what happens to the culprit? They get expelled. I opened my mouth to rat out those stupid boys, but Alex and Lucas jumped up to make an announcement.
We'll be happy to pay for a new auditorium.
We just love you all. Everyone cheered and hooted, and I wanted to gag. They both pulled me aside and surrounded me like a wall.
Let's talk, princess.
Don't call me that.
If you tell anyone you saw us, I'll tell them it was you. It's our word against yours.
The security tapes probably caught you. Everyone will have to believe me.
We can bribe the principal.
Then I'll tell the media that the school takes bribes. I'll make you famous on the news. Lucas jumped in between us.
Okay, let's calm down.
You're talking to billionaires, sweetheart.
Whatever you want, we can give it to you. Name it.
That's when it hit me. I'd just gotten a ticket to some serious power. They'd messed with us for so long, and now it was my turn. I'll think about it. I turned to leave, and they looked worried. From now on, the school was gonna run according to my rules. I made them take all my notes in classes, and they had to do my homework too. In the afternoon, I took my basketball team for practice, even though the boys were playing. The court's mine. Gimme it. I shot them one scary look, and Lucas and Alex made their team clear out immediately. Good, now go get us some water. This was so fun. During lunch, I made Alex and Lucas get my food first. I felt like a queen when they laid out all my treats. My best prank was making them janitors for a day. They had to wear uniforms and clean the whole school themselves. After all, they almost burned it down. The pictures were hilarious. One day, Lucas cornered me alone with a stupid grin on his face.
Hi, gorgeous.
What's wrong with you?
No one's ever messed with me the way you do. I can't stop thinking about it.
Shut up.
I think you're cool. So, I'll give you a big prize for your silence. I'll allow you to date the hottest, richest guy in school. Me.
I burst into laughter. Like I would ever date a criminal who starts a fire.
It was Alex's idea to burn the test, not mine.
I just walked away. But later that day, he showed up in class with a huge bouquet of flowers for me. Everyone awed while I just screamed. I'm allergic to flowers. I was reacting instantly. Lucas took me to the nurse's office and she had to give me a shot.
You look scary, but I'll still date you.
Shut up, you can't trick me. While Lucas was busy flirting with me, Alex just stopped listening to my orders all of a sudden.
You won't tell my secret because you won't have any power left.
I'll be happy just to see you expelled.
I deleted the security footage in the main office, so do your best.
The nerve of him! I was so angry that when he sat down, I pulled the chair out from under him. He went flying back and hit his head on the desk behind him. Alex, I'm so sorry. Are you hurt? Dang it, I'm seeing double. Can you get up? He was so dizzy that when he tried, he fell right over me. Oof!
What are you guys doing?
Lucas, thank God! He drove Alex to the hospital and called me later to tell me that he had a slight concussion. Alex had to take 3 days off to rest. He even missed a basketball tournament and his team lost without him. I felt terrible.
Alex will be okay in no time and will win again. It's not a big deal, Kimmy.
Are you sure?
Yes, you're too sweet to worry. Makes me want to take you out.
Stop joking about that.
I'm not kidding around. I'll do my best to make you mine.
He leaned forward as if he was gonna kiss me, and I panicked. I patted his head and ran to class. Did he really like me? I was walking around in a haze of confusion until the day Alex returned to school. I got up the courage to say hi, and he just walked off. In our next class together, I exploded. Can you stop acting like this? I didn't mean to hurt you.
We lost the tournament because of you.
So? The girls' basketball team has been practicing on the front lawn for 4 years. We lost matches because of you too. That shut him up. At least what I did was an accident. You started a fire just for your grades.
I did it for Lucas. If he fails one more exam, his dad will send him away to military school.
That took me by surprise. You did it for him? Don't tell him that. Why was my heart beating faster? I shook my head. Even if you were a great friend to Lucas, you were a bully to others, so I don't care if you hate me. I walked off and sat far away from him, but I couldn't help noticing his weird behavior the next few days. He started splitting the basketball court evenly without a fight, and he got his friends to stop hogging the school lunches. He even convinced the principal to give us a D instead of an F on chemistry. He still didn't speak to me until a few days later when the principal made a crazy announcement.
Even though the camera footage of the auditorium fire was erased, we found footage of the hall outside. We know who started it.
I felt fear for the boys, but the principal then said, "Come to the office right away, Kimmy." What? I was in complete shock as I raced down there. I didn't do it, sir. You were the last one into the auditorium. Then the fire starts. The alarm goes off, and you run out. It's pretty clear. Suddenly, the office doors burst open, and Lucas and Alex fell inside.
Sir, it was me. No, it was me.
Just me alone.
Boys, even if she didn't start the fire,
she knew about it and kept it quiet for weeks. I'm sorry, Kimmy, but you'll be expelled. No! Expelled? This can't be happening. Please, sir.
I'll donate $10 million to the school if she stays.
My jaw fell. The principal was literally choking on air.
Make it 20. We need better classrooms anyway.
My jaw was on the floor as my principal danced to their tune like a monkey. He didn't even suspend us. I went outside with my legs shaking. Alex smiled at me for the first time ever.
Are you gonna report us to the media now?
I hugged him tight. I can't believe you did that. I thought you hated me.
There was no way I was gonna let you get punished because of me. Sorry I was such a jerk before. I'll take you out for dinner just to make up for it.
Yes! Suddenly, Lucas pulled me out of his arms.
Dude, did you just ask her out? Is that a problem?
Yes, I already asked her out.
Did she say yes? It doesn't matter. I asked her first. You can't call dibs on a person. Are you saying you like her? Maybe.
The boys started staring at each other in creepy silence. Then suddenly they went into a corner and started whispering to each other. What was going on? They came back looking really serious.
Okay, here's the situation. We've realized we both have a crush on you. And neither of us is backing down, so you have to choose, me or Alex.
My head was spinning. I couldn't speak, so I just ran out of there. These boys were driving me crazy. When I woke up the next day, I saw Alex waiting for me downstairs, ready to take me to school. Just as I got into his car, Lucas reached there and swore. Too slow! They competed all day long. The two kept passing me love notes in class and winking at me all day. At lunch, he and Alex fought over who I'd sit next to, and the whole school watched the show. So embarrassing. It went on like this until one day when Lucas didn't come to school, Alex was worried, and we decided to drive to Lucas's house right away. You really care about him, don't you?
We've been friends since we were kids. I'm all he has. His family is full of jerks.
I was about to find out firsthand. We reached Lucas's mansion, and I saw him packing his things up.
What's going on? The principal called Dad to thank him for the 10 million. He told him about the fire.
No!
Dad's sending me to military school. He doesn't want me here. It's over.
What? Lucas was gonna leave?
This can't happen. You can live with me. Dad froze my accounts. I can't pay for school. I'll pay for your school. I can't ask you to do that.
Yes, you can! Alex loves you! He literally started a fire for you! Alex glared at me.
Kimmy, that was a secret.
Lucas was stunned. He grabbed Alex by his collar.
You said you were the one who failed chemistry. I may have lied. You did all that for me? You're my best friend. I didn't want you to leave, and I'm not letting it happen now.
The boys took one look at each other and burst into tears. Even I had to wipe a tear off. They were so cute. We helped Lucas pack up and move out. His dad tried to make a scene, but Alex pushed him away and got us out of there. Wow, I'd never seen someone go so far for a friend. My heart kept racing when I looked at him. Lucas pulled me aside after dinner that evening.
You're gonna choose Alex, aren't you?
How did you know?
You've been staring at him the whole night. I get it. He's amazing. I'm very lucky to have him in my life. And you will be too.
I'm sorry, Lucas.
I'll be okay. Don't worry. Just take care of Alex. You better not hurt him, got it?
Yes, sir.
Well, go ask him out. What are you waiting for?
I raced out of the room to find Alex, but he was kneeling on the floor outside. The second he saw me, he jumped up. Were you listening through the door?
No, I just dropped something.
So you don't know what I'm about to say?
No clue.
I'm gonna ask Lucas out.
What?
But you said you wanted to ask me. I knew you heard us.
Dang it.
You're cute. Come here.